Fighting out of the blue corner, he wears black and gold. He weighed in at 125 pounds. His professional record, a perfect one. 19 fights, 19 victories, 10 of them coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Davao City, Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John Moralde. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He wears the white, purple, and gold. He also scaled at a trim and ready 125 pounds. His professional record, an excellent one. 23 victories, only 1 defeat. He has 16 big wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Providence, Rhode Island, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the skilled and popular contender, Toka Kahn Clary.
Take a look at the numbers. You see Toka Kahn Clary with a 3.5-inch reach advantage. When you add the fact that he's a southpaw, well, he'd like to keep Moralde on the end of his punches.
So we are set to go 10 rounds in our feature fight of the evening. And again, in Moralde, he's fighting a guy who's really an unknown quantity. He's been training, incidentally, in Miami for this fight, although this is the first official fight that he's had here in the United States.
Back-to-back undefeated fighters. We just saw him last month, Barry.
That's right.
Knock out an undefeated fighter from Hungary.
That's right.
So we'll see if Toka can put the first loss on Moralde's record, or if Moralde has other intentions.
3 of Moralde's last 5 fights were against southpaws, so that should not be that much of an issue, although he's facing a little bit higher quality southpaw here.
Yes, and he's got his foot inside the lead foot of Toka Kahn Clary, which is, of course, contrary to conventional wisdom. Toka Kahn Clary, in his 1 loss, got stung early in the fight, never recovered. Says he learned a great lesson in that fight. 3-punch combination from Moralde.
Moralde says, you know, he's been getting some good work in the gym with guys like Guillermo Rigondo and
yeah,
guys like that over in the gym in Miami. Good. So he's had some great preparation as Rigondo fights next week against Lomachenko. But he caught Rigondo in camp too.
Yeah, we were kidding with the Moralde and saying, if you can hit Rigondo, you're going to be able to hit anybody in the world.
Exactly.
That's assuming he was able to hit Rigondo, which we don't know that he was.
Yeah, but, you know, just the preparation of sparring with such a world-class fighter like Rigondo, you know, you're going to get benefits from it. You're going to get better from it. And I think if you're preparing to fight a southpaw, I don't think you can get any better preparation than being in camp with Rigondo.
Moralde looks pretty quick-handed.
He's reactive. I like that he's reactive. And Toka, I think Toka's a little quicker, but he's, oh, nice straight left hand.
Sure was.
But Moralde's there, you know, and he's got that mentality. He's gonna react. He's right there.
Combination, a right to the body, the left to the head by Moralde.
Step back.
Real pivotal fight for both guys.
Barry, that is so true, especially for Toka Kahn Clary. You know, 1 loss is 1 loss. It's not that big a deal, but it's perception. And if the featherweight division's loaded at the top, and if he wants to be considered for a shot at the title, which obviously in 2018 he wants to be, this is a must-win. This is like an elimination bout almost.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And Moralde's live in there, man. He's reacting to everything.
Definitely.
I think Toka Kahn has to start shooting that straight left hand to the chest or to the stomach, because Moralde's doing something real good. He's rocking back and then reacting off of Toka Kahn's entrance into the pocket. So maybe if he's rocking back, hit him in the chest. He can't rock back forward with a counter.
Very competitive first round. Toka Kahn Clary and John Moralde, and we're coming back. feature fight here on Real Deal Boxing on CBS Sportsnet.
Well, I think it's safe to say neither fighter established any degree of dominance in the first round.
No.
If anybody,
Competitive, right?
if anybody had their confidence built, it probably would be Moralde.
Yeah, this is his first fight in the USA, remember?
And there's that rock back by Moralde. The Kahn has to be careful. I like, and there's a straight left hand by Kahn to the stomach. Didn't land there. I'll tell you, Moralde is effectively awkward, man.
He is awkward, the way he throws that right hand.
Yeah, because it kind of rocks back and then just step back into the pocket. He makes Toka Kahn commit, and then he kind of tries to use it against him.
Yeah, this is a legitimate tough opponent for Toka Kahn Clary.
Don't get me wrong, Kahn looks sharp. Kahn Clary looks sharp himself. But...
Come back with the hooks.
Body shot, missed with the left hand, did Moralde.
Moralde is very well aware of positioning. You know, even when he's on the defensive, you see how he keeps his balance. He keeps his center of gravity underneath him so that he's able to punch off the defensive move. Very important.
Right hand by Moralde, and Toka Kahn Clary got there with the right hand of his own.
Both of these guys are actually really good fighters. I mean, as you're watching them, both have a good sense of positioning. Both have a good sense of balance, and they're able to punch a lot of the moves that they're making because of that. Some traps, both feinting.
Left hand to the side of the head from Toka Kahn Clary. Might have been a clash of heads, too.
Yeah, Kahn Clary checked for blood.
Yeah.
Hey, speed with those punches. Speed. Quick. Work your way in with that kick. Come back with that right there.
Clary with the left hand of the body. Kahn Clary still pawing at that left eye. Can't see if there's any blood there.
Go, work. Rotate, son.
Good left hand lunging in that time by Moralde. I don't see any blood from that eye. We come to the end of round two. Two very competitive rounds here in our feature fight. We're coming back after this.
You can train longer.
Now, and there was a little nick alongside the left eye of Toka Kahn Clary. I don't think it's anything that's a big problem, at least not right now.
And that's the clash of heads that probably caused it.
Right back. Come on. Right back.
Meantime, Moralde right to work trying to get to that cut.
Paul, you were talking about that rocking motion of Moralde, especially when he throws the right hand. It seems to me like the way he throws that right hand is almost more of a hook than it is a straight right. And it looks like a counter left would work for Toka Kahn Clary if he could time it.
Yeah. I mean,
Down the middle,
it's difficult because you know what Moralde does well when he makes that rock back, he keeps his balance. Right? Watch him because sometimes he'll do it without punching. Watch out. Whenever he steps back, he's unbalanced. So just in case Toka Kahn now closes the gap even more, Moralde's there to meet him with some shots. So that's why I said earlier in the fight, I think Toka Kahn's best asset might be to hit him in the chest first with that second punch. Use that jab, throw that straight left to the chest so that he can't rock back. And then from there, throw the third and fourth punch because you don't want to end the combination with just that left to the chest. But off that, you've eliminated the rock back motion, the rock back forward motion of Moralde, and you can hit him with a shot. It's worth giving it a shot. It's worth giving it a try.
Little warning for holding. The other thing that strikes me, guys, too, is Moralde seems to be out-quicking him a little bit.
I think part of that, Barry, is the awkwardness. He's an awkward fighter.
Yeah. That was a left hand. I think that was a slip. I don't really think
it was
that
a push. Sometimes when you throw the hook, you push the guy aside, especially lefty righty.
Work, combination. There you go. Keep working.
Toka Kahn Clary is a very good body puncher. We haven't seen much of that yet. He hasn't had the opportunity because they have not been in close. But look for that as the fight progresses. Very good body puncher.
Moralde does a lot of holding and hitting, too.
Right there. There you go.
A lot of arm punching from Moralde. A lot of arm. Those shots.
Right now, you're going to work.
But he's touching
no
and
leverage.
going.
Yeah, he's scoring, but no leverage.
You know what it is? It's hard to generate which shots he's going to sit on, which shots he's not. So Kahn ends up kind of sitting duck sometimes in a defensive posture. What those punches end up doing is forcing Kahn into a defensive position, because Kahn doesn't know when Moralde is going to put weight on them. But now you see Kahn reacting a little bit more this round.
Yeah. Body shot now. Moralde seems to be going backward for the first time. I think Clary might have gotten Moralde's attention. Combination by Clary. Best round of the fight for Clary.
And that was on the upper chest area there. That's what I meant. Moralde wasn't able to come back forward.
Good round for Toka Kahn Clary. Well, our Tops crew sounds off Sunday morning at 8 Eastern as our panel of NFL experts brings you up to speed on everything from the field through fantasy. Don't miss that other pregame show presented by Kubota.
This was early in the round. You see Moralde against the ropes. A nice combination, and there's some of the body punching I talked about. Up stationary target.
Yeah, something seemed to get Moralde's attention in the middle of that round. This is round 4.
Kahn Clary looks very confident.
He does.
Yeah, I think he realized he just has to move his hands a little bit more. Sometimes you're looking for the perfect shot. Oh, good shot.
Nice combination. That stood Moralde straight up.
You can't look for the perfect shot against a guy like Moralde. He's too awkward defensively, and he can punch off the awkward moves, so you don't want to give him a chance. Maybe increase the numbers in your combinations, and it doesn't allow Moralde to punch back.
Hands back to the head.
Moralde's punches don't seem to have quite the zip they had earlier.
And he's doing a lot more backing up than he was, Barry. Kahn Clary just seems really sharp, really focused, and really quick.
Yeah,
all his movements, you know, they're real quick.
And he is very sharp. I mean, even last month when I worked the fight with Barry, it's a sharp fighter. But Moralde reminds me of like a knuckleball pitcher. You know what I'm saying? He'll throw that super sharpness off if you're not careful.
That cut, incidentally, is no longer visible. There doesn't seem to be any problem whatsoever. All those shots were caught on the gloves of Toka Kahn Clary.
One thing Kahn should be doing when Moralde's backing up is cutting the ring off. You don't want to make Moralde too comfortable moving around the ring like this, because as Moralde moves around the ring, he does get comfortable throwing those awkward shots and picking his spots.
Body shots having an effect on Moralde, I believe. Nice uppercut slipped in.
You just see the confidence growing in Kahn Clary. He's taking more chances.
Yeah.
Fighting in the pocket more.
Yeah. And I think he also realizes he needs to bring this fight to Moralde. Moralde is the kind of guy, you give him time, he's going to be picking these weird shots at these weird angles, and you're just not going to be able to time it. He's not the kind of guy you want to time, because Kahn Clary has a style where he can time it. He's speedy, he's well balanced. Moralde is just so awkward. It's not the kind of guy you want to time, or you can try to time. So taking it to him and eliminating that is probably the best bet. And I think with Kahn Clary in his corner, realizes that.
Two back-to-back very effective rounds for Toka Kahn Clary, and started to gain control of this fight. Moralde's still trying, but now Toka Kahn Clary is starting to walk it down. Moralde holds against the ropes as we near the end of round number 4, and another very effective round for Toka Kahn Clary.
You can train longer.
At least on my card has won the last 2.
Yeah, I'm with you. I have him ahead 39-37, 3 rounds to 1 after 4.
As do I. And right back on top of Moralde to start round 5. Good left hand that just got in over the glove of Moralde. And he talked about being in the pocket. He is right in the pocket.
Yep. And again, you eliminate the need to time Moralde because you see the shots are so good from Moralde, they're hard to time. All you can do is kind of be defensive with them. So you just got to be first, and you got to be sharp. Keep your numbers up.
That was a slip. Stepped on each other's feet.
And I think it's helping Kahn Clary also that when on the rare occasions when Moralde does punch back, it doesn't look like there's much on his punches.
No, I definitely think Kahn Clary is a harder puncher. But they're at such weird angles that it keeps Kahn Clary's hands in guard.
Toka Kahn Clary is fighting like a guy who feels like he's taken his opponent's best shot.
Yeah. And I think being first is key in this fight. I think whoever gets off first in this fight has a very distinct advantage, more so than a lot of other fights you may watch.
I think Clary's really starting to wear down Moralde. Just a stronger fighter.
Moralde looks pretty fatigued at this point. It's interesting, he's the 10-round fighter. He's been 10 rounds 5 times. Toka Kahn Clary never passed 8.
Yeah, and yet Clary is one that looks stronger than 2 right now.
Much so, yeah. That was a move of a tired fighter there, Moralde. Just leaning on Toka Kahn.
Absolutely.
It's going to work.
2 body shots in the right hand of the head by Clary. Moralde takes a deep breath, steps out of there, throws a lot of punches, but they're pity-pat punches. Left to the body and an uppercut to the head. Right hip uppercut to the head again. That backs Moralde up. Toka Kahn Clary continuing just to stalk Moralde. Moralde clearly a tired fighter at this point.
Nobody's going to give you anything. You need to.
He's from the Contender fame.
Right.
And fought for the world title against Joe Calzaghe.
Round 6, and they meet in the center of the ring. Left hand from Kahn Clary. You kind of have the feeling it's just a question of time here.
He's wearing him down. He's walking him down.
Yes, I'll walk him down. Position on the wall. Position on the wall. There you go. Push together. Trying to load up on the wall. Just release.
He is just exactly that. Literally just walking him down. Not even walking in behind punches.
Come on, work. Both sides. Keep some work. Top off that.
Look at Toka Kahn Clary's power, Paulie. Would you agree that he's the kind of fighter where his power is more speed power than heavy-handedness?
Yeah, definitely. It's snappy. It's got that snap to it.
Corner wants Clary to get after Moralde. Now Moralde on the ropes finally gets out of there. Clary right back on top of him.
This is one thing working with Rigondeaux will not prepare you for. The activity of Toka Kahn Clary.
Exactly.
Sparring with Rigondeaux is more like a boxing chess match at a high level.
Right.
Toka Kahn Clary has eliminated that aspect of it by trying to walk down Moralde and continue to outpunch him. And of course, as I said before, being busy, being first.
It's about 6 punches from Moralde, but not really effective punches.
Now they're not as effective as Toka Kahn, but if Toka Kahn is not able to get shots back off, it's going to win Moralde the round.
Right.
The thing about Toka Kahn Clary is he's made the adjustment in that he's figured out how to get off shots himself.
Yeah.
You know?
And those moments when Moralde does throw those punches are few and far between.
Yeah, they're few and far between because Kahn Clary has clearly made the choice to get off first more often.
You can see him drop those elbows, covering the body shots.
Yeah, it might benefit him to hold occasionally or try to.
And again, 2 more shots to the body and another shot to the body. And then Kahn Clary misses a whistling left hand.
Keep working in there. Keep working in there. That's the way. Let's get over the top plate.
Again, Moralde just looks like a beaten fighter, but he's hanging in there. Another good body shot. And another good body shot. He is, I'll tell you, the tank is on E. Another good left hand. Still got 6 seconds to go in the round. Moralde is going to survive this round. But how much more can he survive? So again, Toka Kahn Clary just right on the gas, pressuring Moralde and just wearing him down. A little uppercut gets in there, just laying on him. There's another uppercut.
You can tell Kahn Clary is now, he's starting to boss this fight, you know? Early on in the fight, it looked like he could get a bit tricky, but it seemed like he stepped out, turned on the gas a little bit, and he's starting to boss it.
Got a good right hand there that, again, put Moralde into retreat.
At this point, Moralde has nothing left but his heart.
Nothing.
Yeah. And you know, if the prevailing wisdom about Toka Kahn Clary, if he has a weakness, maybe it's his chin, because he did get stopped once and he got dropped 2 other times in a victory. That's not a problem in this fight, especially at this point where his opponent is worn down.
Too tired to even throw a power shot.
Not that much of a power puncher to begin with.
And the body shots just clearly are having an effect on Moralde. You can see his hands are down at his waist.
You see when Moralde flurries, it does nothing to stop Kahn Clary from coming in.
Right. Right back on top of him.
I don't even think he was the hardest puncher early on in the fight when he was flurrying, but at least he was able to rock back when Kahn tried to answer him and then counterpunch him.
Right.
Now he's too tired to do that. He throws a flurry and he steps back hoping that Kahn Clary just doesn't come in anymore because he can't make him pay after that, you know? And of course Kahn Clary realizes that.
I think the body shots are the difference in the fight. And now Clary just trying to close the deal. He's got Moralde just covering up. Another good whistling right hand.
Moralde bending over so much now. Look for that left uppercut.
Yeah.
And right uppercut.
Moralde trying to do what he can with Toka Kahn Clary's back to the ropes, but Clary just right back in his grill.
Is it too early to wonder if the corner might intervene here?
Could.
Because if I'm looking at Moralde, I'm saying, is there any way he can win this fight? And I don't see any way to win this
Can't see
fight.
it. Good left hand there. There's a right to the body. And that backs Moralde up again. Well, Moralde, nothing of not game. I'll say that.
Definitely.
Go into the corner here, and let's see what they do in this corner. I think they're going to stop it, and that's it. It's over and well stopped. I think your point, Steve, very well taken.
Yeah, I think Osmiri Fernandez knew there was no way for his fighter to win the fight, and this kid's 23 years old. Why ruin him?
Good point, Steve.
You know, he's not some veteran.
So a really systematic victory, I think it's fair to say, for Toka Kahn Clary. He wore his man down. It was just that simple. A lot of good body shots. I don't think it was any one punch that made the difference in this fight, but just that constant pressure. And I think the body shots more than anything else.
Yeah, an attitude more. Yeah, he broke his spirit slowly but surely.
And quickly becoming a very popular figure here in Providence. He lives here now. His family is here. His baby is just 2 weeks old. Hometown crowd, to be sure, and he pleased a lot of people tonight. So Toka Kahn Clary does what he needed to do before the home folk. And I don't know, you fought a lot in your native Brooklyn, Paulie. I guess it's that much sweeter to do it at home.
It is, it is. You like to get out of the ring and be congratulated by your family, your friends, and all your mates and whatnot. And, you know, you get motivation from giving them entertainment, and then you hope that it creates a demand for you.
I think that's exactly right. And he's getting the plaudits from all of his fans right now, including his supporter. So there's your winner, Toka Kahn Clary, and he gets one step closer to a hoped-for role as a bona fide contender. He's the holder of a minor belt here that he maintains tonight, but that's really only important in terms of getting himself ranked a little bit higher. But again, he is on the road and maybe even on the doorstep.